Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Good afternoon, Assalamu Alaikum, and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz, the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, it's utter nonsense once again from only one part of the world that is probably, I think, hell-bent now on politicizing the sport that we all love as well. It's not the first time that India has made baseless allegations like these, and now it's circling around the visiting Bangladeshi team as well, and it's absolutely shameful, I think. But I think it's on the other side, this propaganda has been exposed once again, where a false, baseless, sort of fabricated alert has been generated surrounding the Bangladeshi cricket team that they would be attacked, and regarding the political situation and everything. I mean, what else could you come up with? First, they wanted to, one segment that BJP extremist Hindutva ideology was hell-bent on not sending a team to Pakistan for the Champions Trophy. I think after the last delegation visit, they probably have inside source that nothing's going to change and they would have to play out the Champions Trophy in Pakistan. So they decided to change the focus now to the Bangladesh cricket team, and we call it face saving probably in the media. So it's absolutely utter nonsense, saying that they face a real threat from extremists and treating it as false flag plans that have been voiced again. So I think, like I said, it's completely embarrassing, and we really need to, I think, at this moment in time, talk about the fact that sanity needs to prevail. At least leave sports out of your extremist ideologies. I mean, this is something that connects, that goes beyond borders. So it's absolutely shameful, and like I said, it's utter nonsense that has been exposed in front of everyone. The whole world right now would be mocking India at this false flag and I think baseless accusation. Then of course we move on and we discuss the Pakistan versus South Africa Women's T20 International Series. The girls in green have been spectacular. They managed to score a mammoth 180 plus target that was given to the South African team, and South Africa fell short and they clinched this match. 183 run target was given. They could only manage 168 for 4. Muniba Ali was declared player of the match for a brilliant performance. She was exceptional on the day when it mattered the most, and I think that's what we need to appreciate. Alia Riaz chipped in with some crucial runs as well, so everything improved. I think our voices went to them. They clearly proved us wrong, but I think they've got the confidence now that they can repeat the feat, and this is something that they need to get used to now. Build that muscle memory of reaching 170s and 180s. That's really going to help them in the World Cup. Then we of course discuss the Champions One Day Cup in detail as well. Of course, Marhors continue with their spectacular run, scoring 284 for 9 with notable contributions. They beat the Dolphins by 92 runs as well. They were absolutely exceptional. For Dolphins, I think the problems continue. They just don't have any clue. If you talk about the game right now as well, the Stallions were absolutely in a good position. But like I said, that teams need to understand where they're going. A lot of teams that had strength on paper have been faltering. So we'll give you the latest update and talk about this game that proceeded as well. And then of course we move on to the South Asian Football Federation Under-17 Championship, where the schedule has been released. Pakistan is set to play its opening match against Nepal on the 21st of this month. Tournament will take place from 20th till the 30th of September, and of course green shirts will face host Bhutan on the 23rd. They're placed in Group B with Bhutan, Nepal and Sri Lanka, so it's a tough group already, but all the best to our young boys, and I'm sure they're going to make us proud as well. And that being said, of course, I'll give you very interesting news as well at the end of the show, where a spectacular record has been scored, so we'll talk about that as well in detail. Time now to introduce the guests. First of all, joining us in studios is first-class cricketer and expert on our various platforms, Kashif Majid. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum salam, Ahmed. Perfectly all right.
Thank you. Joining us, also been joined by cricket commentator, international broadcaster and presenter, our sports expert, K. Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, Asif. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm very well, thank you.
Well, Asif, as a broadcaster, you have perspective and I think a culture of working at many places around the world, many cultures, many nationalities, everything, because sports connects, especially cricket, I think, goes beyond boundaries. It connects us all wherever we are from. But the news we've just heard, like I said, it's absolutely utter nonsense that you would, move towards face saving in a sense that you would generate a false alert and try to, bring Bangladeshi cricket team under pressure. And it's absolutely utter nonsense that they're politicizing a game that we all love.
Well, I'll ask this question to the Bangladesh Cricket Board, that why Bangladesh team and what they are doing now there. If they got these kind of threats, the terrorist attacks, or these kind of demands escalated by the extremist groups and their right-wing groups. The issue is that then why Bangladesh is playing there? It's only one situation that then you're putting pressure on the opposition, and the false allegations like that in Bangladesh when the political turmoil was going on there, and they have killed and murdered the Hindus, and they have destroyed the Hindu temples. That was these are the allegations.
Fabricated lies,
Fabricated.
yes.
You know that we received an email. Actually, sorry. You know, when New Zealand was visiting Pakistan, and they received an email, and when Pakistan investigated what happened actually. After investigation came out that email came from India, and that was baseless allegations and baseless things written in email that New Zealand team, you guys are under threat. And when they showed that email to Pakistan, they left, the New Zealand
Right,
left.
we go towards a short break, but stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Sports Extra, and time now to discuss women's cricket in detail. Let's take a look at this report.
Bounced back strongly, defeating South Africa by 13 runs in the second Women's T20 at the Multan Cricket Stadium. The Green Shirts set a target of 183 runs for South Africa. South Africa won the toss and chose to field first. Pakistan scored 181 of 4 with Muniba Ali, the wicket-keeper, being the top scorer for the team. Fatima Sana and Alia Riaz also played notable innings. Fatima scored 37 of 23 balls, while Alia contributed 17 runs of 7 balls. Demacy Kakun from the Proteas took 2 wickets, while Sunay Luz dismissed Sidra Amin after she scored 28 runs of 25 balls with 3 boundaries and a 6. Annie reclaimed the 4th wicket of Nidha Dar after Dar scored 29 runs of 21 balls. Proteas captain Laura scored 36 runs of 25 balls. Tasmin Brits made 9 runs of 10 balls. Nadine de Klerk added 12 runs of 16 balls. In the end, South Africa could only manage 168 of 4 within their 20 overs.
And there you have it, all you need to know about the details of this game in this report by Malaika. So Kashif, of course, I think a lot of things have been put into perspective now. One thing is that now they have that self-belief that we can reach this total as well.
I still think going through all these details of the match, watching those batters of Pakistan playing those quality strokes down the ground towards long on long off, and then Alia putting one overs the covers, that is the range of the strokes we have got. Unfortunately, we just didn't show or played those shots in the previous 2 years, I say. Yesterday's match may be the start of something new for Pakistan. Maybe this is the brand we wanted. Everybody in this room wanted them to play, and they just started yesterday. Yes, we do talk about 2 of the top bowlers from South Africa were not playing, but still scoring those runs and those surface and boundaries were just not very short. They're good quality boundaries, and crossing those boundaries and hitting those sixes, I think it's the start of something new, and maybe we should carry on. This is what we wanted them to, because when we talk about our bowling, we can restrict any team to 150, so we have to bat around 160, 70 to win all those matches. Maybe we are one of those competitive side who can play the semi-finals.
Well, certainly, I think reaching the semi-final would be a great omen for the Pakistan team as well. And I think credit to the ICC that have also announced equal prize money and have brought it at par with the men's T20 World Cup as well. And I think that speaks volumes of the initiative they're giving. Yes, Kashif.
So maybe we were just looking for that
opportunity.
Yes, the moment ICC announced and we started playing good cricket. So maybe we were just thinking the moment ICC announced and we'll be doing our best.
Well, it's about life's about incentives. You give one incentive, you tend, you will be surprised at what the human mind can achieve considering the reward scenario. So, often you tell little kids that, you complete your task, I'm going to give you this. So that happens. So it's like that. But Asif, it was improved cricket. Let's be honest, they played really improved cricket.
Yes, actually, they fielded well, they batted well. They didn't have fielders like us, which represented in Pakistan PTV Worlds tournament.
Yeah.
Actually, we didn't
Sitting
have-
at your 90 degrees, I'm sure.
well,
You're talking about that
actually,
fielder.
actually, you know that when we talk about the fielders, they were putting their 100%. The first we talk about the batters. In the last 10 overs, Pakistan scored more than 100 runs.
But
This is
on
the
a
first-
serious note, it's the problem of the selection committee for selecting a football manager in a cricket team. And I think the captain is equal to blame at that moment.
Well,
as
Ahmed, see, when we talk about Pakistan football, so you see desperation, you see, everyone.
7-0.
Yes, I don't want to talk about that because, it's not my specialty. I will definitely talk about cricket. And when you see that the Pakistan team, the way they were playing last night, I must talk about the captaincy, the way she is leading from the front in the first T20 and the second T20. She's been batting so well, and the first the player of the match of the first match that was Brits, and the way they made a trap for her, and the way Sadia was bowling against her, and then they put a fielder on the deep mid wicket. Thanks God there wasn't that same fielder on that position, and she took a very nice catch. And then overall, if you see, Muniba played a very good innings. If you talk about that, the Pakistani spinners, they had a very good plan and they executed
Right,
well.
definitely. So planning and execution was there, but now let's move on to the Champions One Day Cup and take a look at this report.
And possibly. And here comes the
Mahors
final
claimed
ball.
their third
One
win
that
of
goes
the
down as a
Champions
500
One Day
yards
Cup
misses in
after
finger.
beating Dolphins by 92 runs in competition's sixth match at Faisalabad's Iqbal Stadium. Earlier, Dolphin won the toss and opted to field. Batting first, Mahors made 284 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in allotted 50 overs.
It's a big one. It's up over the head of mid wicket.
Kamran Ghulam played a brilliant knock of 113 runs. He smashed 12 fours and 3 maximums.
That's a beautiful one. That has gone all the way.
Skipper Mohammad Rizwan added 51, while Salman Ali Agha contributed 49 runs.
Take that, Salman Ali Agha. Oh, this
Fahim Ashraf bagged 4 and Mir Hamza took 2 wickets. In reply, Dolphins bowled out for 192 runs. Asif Ali made 50 and captain Saud Shakil scored 41 runs for Dolphins. Mohammad Imran and Salman Ali Agha picked 3 wickets each.
Oh, it's a top edge. It's a top edge. He's gone. I just said it.
Kamran Ghulam declared player of the match.
There you have it. Sabah gives us the details of this classic encounter between these two teams. And once again, I think the rhetoric was there. Bat first and you put a good total on the board, and it certainly gives you an opportunity. Thank you very much, K. Asif and Kashif Majid, for giving us their insights. And now, of course, we move on to the South Asian Football Federation Under-17 Championship, where the schedule has been out as well. And joining us in studios is fellow anchor expert and somebody who's been part and parcel of the Pakistan football team as a team manager as well, Sayyid Mohammad Awais. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum salam, Abdi. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for joining us. Of course, before we continue, let's take a look at this report.
Pakistan's national football team has arrived in Bhutan to participate in the SAFE Under-17 Championship 2024. Tournament will take place in Bhutan from 20th to 30th September. Pakistan's champions of the 2011 edition is set to play its opening match against Nepal on September 21st. Green shirts will face host Bhutan on September 23rd, followed by a clash with Sri Lanka on September 25th. The squad boasts a strong lineup with defenders Abdul Rahman, Muhammad Hassan Salim, Najeem Khan, Samir Ahmed, Ubaidullah Khan, Majid Ali, Syed Muhammad Abis Raza, and Umar Javed will also bolster the defensive line. In midfield, Pakistan will be represented by Abdul Samad, Muhammad Faraz, Farhad, Harun Rashid, Hikmatullah, Hubab Khan, Shahab Ahmed, and Muhammad Khan. Forwards Abdul Ghani, Subhan Kareem, Sharaf Khan, and Muhammad Talha will lead the attack. Goalkeepers Adil Ali Khan, Kashif, and Ghulam Abbas complete the squad. The SAFE Under-17 Championship serves as a crucial platform for South Asian nations to nurture young talent and provide a valuable international exposure to emerging footballers.
all you need to know about the schedule and the Pakistan team's participation in this report by Sabah. Awais, what would you like to add about this team? We talk about these young boys or the future of Pakistan football, and this tournament is certainly very important.
Yes, it is important because, I mean, when you talk about the development of football, if you just talk about the under-17 last time when the SAF Championship under-17 Pakistan team were there to play the match, I remember they went till semi-finals. They had a winning streak over there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to clinch the finals, but they have been doing a superb job over here because we have got Sri Lanka, Nepal and Bhutan in one group where Pakistan plays against Bhutan in the opening match. It's going to be a tough match because if you just talk about this especially era when you have under-17, under-19 players playing in this category, Pakistan team looks more good in it. But Sri Lanka, the way they have been, especially they have been focusing on football. It's a different nation. Even if you talk about Nepal, they're a good football team. But it's unfortunate, Ahmed bhai, we need to realize one thing, that these players over there, they are there to represent Pakistan, but without not much support in Pakistan, because you don't have a proper structure over here where they can actually train themselves to play against a friendly matches with the different countries where they train themselves. Unfortunately, this wasn't the scenario, but whatever training they have got the best coaches with them, the goalkeeper coach, the fitness trainer. I hope Pakistan is able to qualify for the finals and we win it, because if you talk about the next group where we might be facing India. India is a tough side. If you remember the national team of India, even they are playing the Asia Cup qualifiers, they even almost play Asia Cup. So they are the teams which have actually invested a lot in football. We still lack in it.
Awais, what is the mantra for these young boys when you're working with such a young age? What do you often tell them? And obviously because they've got natural talent as well, so you let them explore these opportunities.
See, one thing is good about this team. I mean, if you talk about specifically this team, more than I would say 7 to 8 players, might be 9 players. I mean, they have the international experience because, I mean, if you remember before this, they traveled to Norway Cup where they were playing for Pakistan Street Child team and some of the players were playing for one of the other teams. So they have got that international experience and they know how to actually excel the international exposure and the fans, I would say. But whenever you speak to these children, I mean, they just have one thing in their mind, it's that we need to give 100% for Pakistan. We are there to perform and we need to be, they have some heroes in their mind, but it's one thing is focused that we need to play for Pakistan and we need to win. But one thing I told you, like Ahmed bhai, they have always been complaining and it's the right time. And they basically say we don't have much facilities over here. We don't have much friendly games over here. Like, you know, the other countries basically they focus a lot on football. They have got regular basis friendly matches going on, because when you talk about the infrastructure, obviously there's a senior team which recently played against Saudi and the World Cup qualifiers. Then you got the tier Pakistan A, then you got Pakistan under 19, under 17.
But one thing particularly that you mentioned as well, and that is to, of course, at least give them better logistics. You can't just have these young boys waiting in UAE's airport for 24 hours and then traveling. I think it's seriously wrong with these.
See, this is the big thing, I would say, because whenever you travel for an international team and you just need to look at the itinerary and especially the layovers, because this really kills you. I mean, because as a sportsman, obviously your body needs, as a sportsman, obviously your body needs relaxation, and this literally kills you when you have to, because Bhutan, it's not easy for anyone to travel on. Many less flights go over there, but from here to Dubai, Dubai to Nepal, then Bhutan, it's really a hectic thing. Especially I would say the logistics, I mean, that really needs to be looked after. But I told you, like, it's unfortunate. It's a request for the Pakistan government that they really need to look out of the football, because recently I remember when I was with the team when we traveled to Norway, many of the players from the Norway Cup are in this team, in the Pakistan team, and the captain Ubaidullah, they belong to a deprived community. They literally belong to a very deprived community.
Right.
But I remember this guys even had one thing in saying that they said, so we need to have proper facilities
Certainly,
in Pakistan.
they definitely need them. Awais, thank you very much for joining us. All the best to our young boys who are going to be representing Pakistan in this championship. Now we move on to something very particular. There's been a terrific record when you talk about disabled cricket, and it's been absolutely brilliant that this lad from Rawalpindi, Arsalan, has scored 168 of just 70 deliveries, unheard of, 240 strike rate, 5 sixes and 28 fours in this match against Azad Jammu and Kashmir disabled cricket team. To discuss this further, we've been joined by the head of Pakistan's Disabled Cricket Association, Amiruddin Ansari, joins us. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm very much happy, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you.
Sir, thank you very much for joining us. We're honored to have you. What would you like to highlight? Because this is certainly a record that will go down in the history books, but of course celebrated as well as a great talent that we're seeing.
Actually, this is an effort of last 15-16 years as far as disability cricket has been introduced. Today is the best day and the day of physical disability cricket here, that one of the players belonging to Rawalpindi, Arslan scored 160 plus runs in any kind of cricket in Pakistan. In T20 cricket, I have never heard that the players score in this kind of performances. Never, never, never. So we are celebrating. We are very happy, and the association's work and efforts pay off today. And we are really grateful for everyone, especially for the Rawalpindi cricket team management, Rafi Hashmi, and all the players. And credit goes to them that they are not organizing a match, but a brilliant talent has come to scene here.
Well, certainly, sir, this is one of many talents that are on display every now and then. But the fact is that all they need is a little bit of encouragement and, propagation from various media aspects as well.
Actually, definitely, this is the main reason of here in our beloved country that something is going to be highlighted more and more, and something has been those performance in different kind of sports, but they didn't get the opportunity to highlight, and it was not recognized. But we are very happy. Actually, we have to work, and the promotion and highlight and the other rewards are not depend to be anyone. It should be given to the Arslan or anyone by the grace of Almighty Allah. And I hope they will definitely get the same behavior from the concerned authority, that this performance is really a remarkable performance.
Certainly it is, sir, as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Amiruddin Ansari, for joining us on Sports Extra. Certainly a record that will go down in the history books as well. That wraps up Sports Extra. From me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.